Hello everyone, my name is Mancho. I am MCVP Marketing and Outgoing Agent of Isaac in Cambodia for the term 2021. Yep, in this presentation, I'm going to share what we had done at Isaac in Cambodia for the market feasibility for our new product, which is OGT product within our market. Yep, so in this presentation, as Isaac in Cambodia, we have conducted a market research for the new product initiation, which is called GTA. So yeah, so in this presentation, we are going to cover like these four things. The first thing, like the research problems or objective, what are the methods we have used, and then what are the insider result, and then last but not least, what is our conclusion. Yeah. So before we start anything, when we actually look into our current situation, Isaac and Cambodia has got so many things like to tackle at the moment. But among them, when we actually deeply look into the OGTA market research, so the first thing we see is this is becoming a new product for our market. We don't really have like any data or like any like insight what we can use like to initiate the new product. But again, yeah, and then there is neither specific nor like refresh customer persona for the global talent product. Yeah, we used to run global volunteer program, but yeah, the customer persona we are having might not be actually relevant and related to the new product. So yeah, this is the second problem we would like to tackle. And then the last but not least is about the product brand recognition. Yeah, within our market, Isaac is more well known with the membership program. So we see like this is a part of the barrier we might face when we actually launch a new product as well. Yeah. So yeah, as a whole overall, our research objective, we want to find out the focus fee and the focus market for the new product. Yeah, what would be the focus fee of the new product, and which market we should be focusing within our entity. And then that second objective is about creating the buyer persona for the new product. And then last but not least, it's about figuring out the cost of less product recognition within our market. Yeah. So in terms of market research methodology, we have tested a lot, but at the end of everything, this is the final overall process, what we have got it. So the first thing is in terms of external market analysis, we have used 7-piece quantitative analysis as the core market research analysis. And we rely on like secondary data, which is we find it on the Google, we ask our friends peer-to-peer, and we look into their website. So we have done external market analysis. And then we also did, when it's come to market segmentation, we work on like demographic database. And then, yeah, we conduct this research with focus group discussion with current and previous SCDB, marketing, and OGV, because they are the one who were actually experienced a lot about this market throughout that back to like 2 to 3 years. And then last but not least, for the buyer persona analysis, we use survey and in-depth interview. Yeah, after having the market segmentation and like some assumption segment, we conduct our required surveys and in-depth interview to our focus people. Yep. So firstly, we did external market analysis. So for the external market analysis, why we did it? So simply, this is a very new product, and we don't really know like what kind of competitor we had before then. We only have global volunteer program, so which is our competitors are like other volunteering organization or other youth run non-profit organization. But right now we have a global talent, which is the internship abroad. So this is a totally different area we didn't look into before. So we look into what types of competitors are there, like for the Cambodian youth, like to go abroad and to go exchange or like to apply job abroad. And then how can like this competitor become a threat to the Isaac in Cambodia to our product? And then what are the and also the alternative for the customer like to compare and like to see that what's the difference. Yeah, so we collect like some general data. After having some of the general information, we conduct like 7P data analysis. So we also conduct 7P data analysis to the Isaac. We also conduct some 7P data analysis to like to the main competitors. And then after the week, see like what is more like in our competitors and what is less in our competitor, like regarding to like 7P service marketing. Yeah, and then after that we did we did market segmentation. Yeah, for the market segmentation, each LC, each local committee has got 8 to like 9 university market. So nearly like 40 university in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. But where are we going to focus with this new product? So that's one that we really need to look into, like market segmentation, because we cannot ask like everyone in the 40 university, and then that's one that we have a market segmentation, which we did with focus group discussion. So in that discussion, we talk a lot about which university is possibly like accessible, like to run our product, to sell our product, and then which fee like can be integrated in which market. Yeah, so which business development or like marketing can be integrated in which kind of university, maybe in the how can I say, the International of Foreign Institute of Foreign Language or International School of Cambodia. So like which market and which university can be aligned with like which fee, and then which year of study should we focus. Should it be like final year or like the how can I say, the senior year, or should we focus on the graduate or stuff. Yeah, and also that we also look in the duration. So how, like which type of duration for the foreign internship might be more accessible and attractive to the Cambodian youth. Should it be like long term or mid term, or like just a short term from like 6 weeks to 8 weeks or 12 weeks. Yeah. And then after having the assumption on like our market segment, we conduct our like surveys and interview. Yeah, so we did it survey to have like more quantitative data on like which what is the like most of our customer timeline, and what is their general behavior, and what are like in terms of their competency and their skills, like what is their confidence and fear. Yeah, what is their interest and experience like throughout their university life. Yeah, and then we also have an interview to some of the specific university students, so that we can see like what is their pain and gain, like through like during the pandemic, and like during the about their university or about their career, and also what is their long-term goal for their for their career. And also we can also look into like when it's come to the foreign internship, what is their motivation, expectation, and also what is their challenges and barrier they are having. Yeah, so we dig down their like pains and gain in our in-depth interview. Yeah, so this is like why we actually delivering and how are we doing. And then as the output and then results, we got a lot of like insight and result. And then yeah, we also got a call to action from each result and insight. Yeah, so firstly, the external market analysis. What we can see this, obviously there is no direct competitor for the internship abroad within our market. Yeah, but they are also have like some of the university internship program, but they are mainly providing like local internship to the students. Yeah, so mostly like they are like job agency for internship abroad or working abroad. But what we can see is that these are not very accessible to everyone in most of the youth in Cambodia. Yeah, so our call to action is we can identify our competitor into like 2 types. So the first one is school programs, and the second one is international online program. So when we actually look into it, what we can see this over the school programs. So there are like some university who are actually sending some of the students to do internship abroad, but most of them are really looking into the grading and like the university transcript quality, rather than like looking into the right skill, experience, and passion like on the selection process. So this is something that we can look into when we actually have some kinds of competition with school programs. And then when we actually look into the international program with other like job agency or internship agency, they are pretty pricey for Cambodian youth, and also they are mostly like international internationals and online based. So we are more like affordable and located and like physical evidence provided by the youth from Cambodia. Yeah, so what we can see this in the same process, we should focus more on the member education about our products, and we should leverage our sales process. What is our advantage over our customer, over our competitor? Yeah, and then yeah, in terms of marketing as well. So as long as we can see, there is no like direct competitor a lot, which means like there is no trend going to foreign internship within Cambodian youth. That's why we also need to create a trend of internship abroad within our market while we actually doing the market penetration. Yeah, without having any awareness raising, it would be very useless based on our like external market analysis. So secondly, we also have market segmentation. As I mentioned, there are so many universities, nearly 40 or maybe even over 40 within our Philippine Cambodia. So among them, we conduct a lot of discussion going on, and then finally, like we came up with 7 university. Yeah, so we will be focusing from like these 7 university from 4 LC, and then we'll be focusing on like that year and year 3 and year 4 student, yeah, which qualify the year student. And we will be only focusing on a short term, which is 6 months to the 6 weeks to 12 weeks, which is like nearly like 3 months, like in the area of business administration, business development, and marketing. Yep, we should open some of the possibility on the finance, but BABD and marketing will be our main focus. Yeah, so the call to action, very simple. We should have a awareness about BD and marketing, because there is no degree named BD, business development and marketing, in most of the university in Cambodia. So the student from business administration can actually become the BD or marketing, or the student from IT background, or the student from architecture, they might become a graphic designer, like some how can I say, the video editor can change into like our marketing like potential. So we look into like the BA student when we actually select the right field with the right skill set. Yeah, and also we also should have a further research um, for the IT specific private universities, because there are so many IT private university, but we cannot focus at the moment because we just started right now. But this is a very further research, very good potential and opportunity for Isaac in Cambodia when we actually extend our focus. So we should more focus on the IT engineering long term, probably long term within our entity. Yeah. So and then after that we move on the survey. So in the survey we ask a little bit more questions. So from each result, we can see different insights and output. So firstly, it's about communication channel. So when we ask them where do they go to find the information about job and internship, people they choose Facebook. We expected more on like LinkedIn and stuff, but we can obviously see people they go to the 86% they go to the Facebook, and then the second like on 50% is going to like the seniors and friends. So which means we should more focusing on the Facebook when it's come to the like digital communication channel, and then one is come to the physical, and second second option we should look into our alumni, which is people still look into, people still believe the recommendation of their friends. People still look into the, how can I say, their senior footprint or like recommendation suggestion. So they say we should have like some of the Isaac alumni who can actually become the ISP, or who can also become the like product ambassador when we actually launch the product. So yeah, this is like even though the COVID, during the COVID-19, everything became digitalized, people stay more digitalized in the Facebook. Yeah, we shouldn't do it like LinkedIn like right away in Cambodia yet, because people stay look into the Facebook, and they stay reach out their seniors and friends, peer-to-peer recommendation when it's come to the information seeking. And then the next part is about their like nature on the job workplace environment. So clearly what we can see is, even though we can see there like a little bit deviation like between the options, what we can see is people are not really having the clear information like what they actually, where they actually want to work on, because their decision are like very, how can I say, close to each other. So what we can see is people, the students who are answering the like surveys are not really clear about what is the workplace culture, and they might not have a like clear insight and knowledge what is the advantage and disadvantage of the workplace. So yeah, as a member, as one ISAC members actually in the same process, we should have better, strong understanding in the work on the workplace culture and like what is the different what can create what kind of difference for their internship. Yeah, and then the next point is more about their capacity and scales. Yeah, so what we can see from this research is people, when we ask them like what is their confident area when it's come to the soft skill and hard skill, we can see many people are actually um, filling out like they are confident in the soft skill, but when we actually look into the percentage of the hard skill, people are not really confident about it. But when we ask them, what do you need to improve? So people see they need to improve more like hard skill, and then for the like soft skill, they still have like some of the area they want to improve, they need to improve, but yeah, hard skill has like more options. So we should be aware our Cambodian youths are more confident in the soft skill and rather than their hard skill. Yeah, so we also need to like check with our like JD, global JD skill set and application applicant skill before we actually reach go through the like save process. Yep. And then the next point is about what is driven to our Cambodian youth when it's come to their career development. So people stay finding the practical experience and learning point for their like for their career journey. So there are some people who are still driven by the salary, but we can see that most of the customers are mainly driven by practical experience and learning point. And then the next point is more about what is their interest on the internship abroad. So we can see most of the people, 80% have an interest, have a very high interest on the foreign internship program. And then when it's come to the duration, they prefer the shorter duration. And then when we actually look into the entity like where they what like the country where they want to go, they actually want to go to like China, Malaysia, and Indonesia. So these are the intention destination like they would love to explore or like they would love to dedicate it. Yeah, so as the call to action, based on the supply of ISAC, we can see Indonesia can be our short-term internship, and then Malaysia can be our potential partner for our mid-term and long-term internship in the future. Yeah, and then the next is about the how can I say experience and competency and achievement and activity during their university life. So we conduct like 3 different questions for this, and then we ask them like, do they have any internship experience or not? Do they have any part-time job experience or not? Or like when it's come to extracurricular activity, what do they do? Yes, among them, what we can see is not every like nearly half of the people doesn't really have like any part-time jobs or extracurricular activities. So we should be like quite aware before we uh let the EP like applying like to every opportunity within our unit within our process. And then yeah, also like when we actually reach out the people about their their JD and uh their interest like job position, people are choosing a lot on like human resources and business analysts. So which means they are pretty attracted to the business administration job description. And then yeah, surprisingly, nearly like 50% of the people are choosing business development. And then people we stay and see some of the how can I say possibility here. People are really attracted to social media marketing, graphic design, market research and analysis. Yeah, so what we can see here is yeah, even though there is no major core marketing, people are still attracted to this marketing job description. So on the other hand, Cambodian people are more likely, how can I say, the attracted to the like soft skill and development. So this kind of marketing, BA and BD, can be an opportunity for them to do their like foreign internship. Yeah. So what we can see the further research, we should be like looking into the more detail with their like universities and their customer competency and behavior, because as we can see here, not everyone is having a good previous job experience or extracurricular experience, even though they have like this kind of how can I say soft skill require yeah like job position. Yeah. And then the next part is more about timeline. So we can actually see semester 1, most of the people doesn't really have enough time to go like internship or like to apply. But in the semester 2, we can see a lot of people are having the break in the July, August, September, and October. So which is a pretty good time to our short-term internship for year 3 and year 4 student. So this will be like the call to action will be like we will be focusing on like the short-term duration on the semester 2, and now probably in the semester 1 we can have like some of the further research, or we can have some of the long-term approach of 1 week where like 1 week cannot do any short-term in the semester 1. Yeah. So the next part is more about where do they make their money. So obviously we can see not everyone is actually using a lot of money, so they use like less than 300 USD per month, and then we still can see most of their incomes are coming from like parents. So when we actually do the same process, we should have some strategic plan regarding to the like parent consent, because saying like global volunteer, we have got like so many problems, so many excuses, and yeah, many cases happening with like parenthood concerns and like parents letting go or not. So we when we actually do the same process for the year 3, year 4, the foreign internship, we should have a strategic plan to look into like this issue. Yeah, and then after the survey, we also have some of the in-depth interview. So in this in-depth interview, we have done like pretty a lot. We can see a lot during the pandemic, like what the youth are normally like feeling. So we can see similar to most of the people, youth are like really feel poor, like pressure, loss, and stuck with their studies and way forward. What we can see in Cambodia is not everyone is actually stopping in terms of university and their study. They are most of the youth like stay going online study, and then but what we can see that they feel really stressed about the online study, even though they have a like capability to work, like to study. And then half of the youth are really enjoying their family, helping like their family business and household at home, and then some of them are stay enjoying and being positive with what they have got during the pandemic period. Yeah. So for those, we also have interview with some of the people who have experienced internship before. So what we can see is, yeah, so they are really enjoying having the growth and having the opportunities of now like expanding the knowledge. But on the other hand, they have a barrier of like feeling challenging, and the workplace a bit harsh for them when they actually start to work. Yeah. So when we actually ask them how much do they know about ISET and internship, so they pretty recognize ISET, but on the other hand, it's all about membership and leadership development organization. They don't really recognize the product well. So yeah, they don't really have any clue about ISET internship before, and probably some of the people like might have about it a bit, but not really clearly. Yeah. So when we actually ask them in the interview what is their expectation towards the internship abroad, so they really love to have the internship abroad to build up their confidence and like to learn about the working environment in the multicultural atmosphere, saying that they love growth and like networking. And then like some of the users are like really driven by learning points and like good salary. So like good salary can also be the driven point for some people stay. And then for obstacle, so what we can see clearly is 9 out of 10 people are mentioning family or parents could be the first obstacle to convince them to convince their parent. And then yeah, some of the most of the people are still talking about financial constraint, saying the parent become the like their first obstacle if the parents are not allowing them like to go internship abroad. The financial sustainable like financial support become their like problem. Yep. So some of them stay worrying about confidence and their university degree quality, and also they most of the people think they don't really have a practical experience to applying in the internship. Yeah. So the call to action we can see clearly here. So people are not really enjoying the like online work. They even though they have enough capacity and equipment. So we can actually look into the remote and partly remote in the future, but not at the moment. So we will be looking into more detail about it in the future research. And then for the marketing, we can see people are not really aware, and then people are not really, how can I say, having the interest to do that remote program. So we should start putting like some of the education as an awareness content when it's come to the remote programs. And then when it's come to pain and gain, both in the marketing and sales process, we can see growth, like when it's come to the growth, professional growth, like practical experience growth, and then also the networking opportunity to expand their career network or whatever, like the people are really Cambodian you really enjoying it. So yeah, so this is the gain point we can actually create for them. So on the other hand, they also the pain point. They don't really have like confidence in their career and their university education, and also the challenging environment are still their pain point. So we should create some of the pain reliever based on this insight that we got it. And then last but not least, it's about 2 degree study culture. So during the interview or during the survey, what we can see is most of the students are having the double degree, like 2 degree study at the same time. So this can be the opportunity for more the EP like exchange like application profile for them to attract to our like company. Yeah, because you can have like both how can I say, art degree and science degree at the same time. So to actually boost your experience, knowledge, and also your profile and branding at the same time. Yeah. So as a conclusion, we got so many insights from each question. So we rearrange things into the marketing and stay focused. So in the marketing, as we can see, we should create the trend about going for an internship, and then they should be on the Facebook, and then should look into the like partnership with other organizations on the Facebook, and then ISP as alumni, and then product ambassadors, and then we should also have a campaign creation driven by practical experience and learning point, and then we should start promoting about Indonesia, like working culture and like, economic branding. So we should create more educational content about remote programs, like also look into the pain creator and like gain reliever for our people. And then yeah, last but not least, the timeline more on like short term on some months and long term on the winter. Yeah. So yeah, for the research, pretty simple. We should look into the long term for IT and engineering. And then we also should look into the more deeply about their competency and their university. So we can be more specific in that local community level. Yeah. So in terms of say process, say focus, obviously we should upscale our mama capacity, but we can see the value proposition. We should be more focusing on like value proposition positioning of our product within the market, and our workplace culture understanding and differentiation, and like global JD understanding and applicant skill and background. Yeah, and then we should have like a kind of say pitching driven by practical experience and learning point in our like say process. And then yeah, we should have some strategic approach towards the parent and concern to degree culture opportunities, and then also pain relevant and pain creator and uh, gain creator and pain reliever approach on our like say process as well. Yeah, so this will be the conclusion for our like market research. And then what we can see throughout the year is to be honest, as a GCP sharing, what we would like to mention is yeah, I pretty we as in Cambodia, when we actually have this research, we got a right ESD as the commission with the right skill set. We only have like 3 including MCVP. There are 4 years, like 4 people doing the research, and then it wasn't that easy, to be honest. We did like 4 of us didn't have any experience before. So yeah, to be honest, having the right people for this process is really crucial. And then we should we invest more time research method testing and education process. We didn't rush into like to the execution and like to go out and ask around. Before that, we did a lot of research method like past the like 5 fours, and then like we did like we tried to do like so many research method which were not working out a lot, but we also trying to learn a lot from our regional support, or from our like from the Google, like looking for ourselves as well. So yeah, so we invest more time on research method testing and education process. So which lead us like to our desirable result and output. And so yeah, we also have like some of the customer group coaching and guidelines from regional manager. And then last but not least, some of the GCP sharing from like Vietnam and Indonesia. They are the big entity and they really shared a lot about it. So we look into it, which is pretty useful for us. And also keeping in touch with some of the regional network, mainly Myanmar and Malaysia. So they will actually help us like to optimize our process throughout the way. Yeah. So yeah, they obviously backing practice or like challenges going on. So the first one is about limited entity data resources for the previous research. Is from the previous research. Yeah, we didn't have any. We couldn't find any like data and like insight from the previous thing. So it was a really huge challenge, and then we didn't have like enough data and capacity to do the research process even for me. So it took a lot of time for us to learn the methods and things first, and then yeah, uncertain research objective and procedure at the very start. And then we also yeah, for me as a MCVP who are actually working virtually as international, it's very hard for me to look into the another how can I say, to look into the another country virtually. So this is one of the challenge as well. Yeah, there are like some of the big appreciation going on. Firstly, is our mom, like Phileas. She really track and approach us to finish this research process. And also yes, our OGTA ESD team from Isaac in Cambodia, and then I'm seeking a regional network who have up along the way. So yeah, that will be all for my sharing. So if you got like any question about OGTA initiation within our entity, you can reach me out anytime with this email or from the WhatsApp. Because for this one, I would say it is not a very big one when we look into it, but throughout the way, as the one who is actually initiating a new product within the existing market with very limited resource, like it's really hard for us. But stay, we can actually figure out, and this is what I think Cambodia have achieved, and we are not actually studying how we can actually launch the product. So we got a pretty good clear direction and focus after the research, so which will be very useful for your entity if you actually studying the product within your market. Yeah, thank you.